Hello, I'm Judith A. Yates, true crime author and criminologist. This is Best True Crime. Every episode I take you on a journey to explore crime, forensics, and investigations. Hey everyone, I'm Judith Yates, and today we are going to go to the Walking Horse Hotel in Little Wartrace, Tennessee. We're going to do some paranormal investigating, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of Wartrace and the hotel. So buckle up, sit down, let's talk. Located at 101 Spring Street, the Walking Horse Hotel is a hotel on the National Register of Historic Places. It's located in downtown Wartrace, Tennessee, and it's part of the Wartrace Historical District. Wartrace is located in Bedford County, Tennessee. Now that's about 60 miles southeast from Nashville, maybe about an hour's drive. Originally, it was called Wartrace Depot. Wartrace has a population of a little over 701 people as of 2022. The average household income is just over $47,000 with a poverty rate of 26.69%. Now, the official poverty rate for the United States in 2020 was 11.4%, so you can kind of see how that measures out. And the median age in Wartrace is 35 years old. And the population is about 95% white. Between 1861 and 1865, Confederate soldiers and captured Union soldiers called Wartrace home, staying in the hotels and inns in between battles. The town was the winter headquarters of Confederate General William Hardee. Wartrace was a gathering place for Confederate soldiers during the Tullahoma Campaign, and it was the site of a battle on April 11, 1862. The Walking Horse Hotel was first built in 1917, but it is said that the ghosts of these soldiers haunt the floors. With the influx of railroad activity in the town, it was originally a railroad hotel. It was called the Hotel Overall. And it was said that some pretty bawdy fights and some pretty illegal activity went on in this place because of the poor railroad workers. Trains still pass through the town, right in front of the Walking Horse Hotel. In 1933, Floyd and Olive Carruthers purchased the Hotel Overall. Now, if you love horses, and if you want to talk about Tennessee walking horses, and the Tennessee walking horse industry, Wartrace is your town. It's called the Cradle of the Tennessee walking horse. Let me tell you why. In the late 1930s, it became the base for a group of horse trainers, later called the Fathers of the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration. The celebration is to Tennessee walking horses what the Super Bowl is to football. Every year, Tennessee walker horses from across the country come in and compete for the championship. Now, Wartrace used to be the place where they gathered, but it became so huge they had to actually move what people around here just call Celebration. Celebration was held for the first time in 1939, and the Hotel Overall, where these gentlemen officially met to create Celebration, Hotel Overall was renamed the Walking Horse Hotel. The first winner of the celebration was a gorgeous stallion named Strolling Jim, and he was owned and trained by Floyd Carruthers. Strolling Jim was originally just an old farm horse. He was trained to pull a wagon, and then Floyd saw him and wanted him, and he purchased him for $350. There was something special about this horse, and he took the Chestnut Beauty into training. Strolling Jim became the world grand champion of his breed in 1939, and the show horse showed his last show in 1948. Now, on a side note, during this time, Tennessee walking horses showed in what is called a natural gait. In other words, the way they walk naturally. Currently, they're shown in what is called the Big Lick. That is an exaggerated step where they put their front hooves way out in front of them and take very large steps. It's caused by a very heavy front shoe and chains around the shoe, around the hoof, and what they're trying to do is throw that chain off. And sometimes trainers will put caustic chemicals around the lower part of the leg where that chain rubs so that the horse will throw their foot even more forward. It's called soaring. It is very illegal, but it's still done today. Strolling Jim is buried behind the Walking Horse Hotel, and rumor has it that Strolling Jim's ghost haunts this hotel. Some people have even claimed they've seen a horse's image running through the building. They've had experiences where they've heard horse noises, whinnyings, and even hoofbeats echoing down the halls. Floyd Carruthers died in 1944, but Olivia Carruthers continued operating the business until 1958, and Olivia passed away in 1991. The hotel changed hands and was renovated so many times. Currently, it is being renovated into a hotel yet again. The night we conducted our paranormal tour, it was undergoing yet another renovation, but we could still see remnants of the original building, and I'll show you those in just a moment. But before I take you into the Walking Horse Hotel for a nighttime tour, I want to tell you about my new fiction book. It's called The Golden People. It's a fiction book, but it is based on facts, and it is about a young woman who enters the world of a cult. It is available now on Amazon. I hope you enjoy it. Now let's get back to the Tennessee Walking Horse Hotel in Wartrace, Tennessee. I'm Judith A. Yates, criminologist, true crime author, and I hope you enjoy this ride. In May 2022, this was the Walking Horse Hotel that we walked into. Our group was locked into the old hotel for an overnight stay. Now, when I say locked, we could leave and we could go across the street and get a pizza, or we could get out for some fresh air, but the doors were locked, so we had to be careful. And we brought out the equipment and indeed heard and saw some very strange occurrences. One of the most famous ghosts at the Walking Horse Hotel is Little Emily. Here's the story. In 1942, the little girl was chasing a toy when somehow she fell off of this balcony. Unfortunately, the fall killed Emily. But Emily's ghost has been seen in this window, watching the trains pass by. Paranormal investigators often set up in what is dubbed Emily's room, which is the room where her family lived. It's possible Emily's ghost was caught standing in the window of Emily's room here by one of our investigators. What do you think? Hotel guests throughout the years have reported strange sightings and eerie feelings. It is said that Floyd Carruthers, who probably loved this place more than anyone, still walks the halls. The spirit of Civil War soldiers remain. And then there was a murder. In the 1970s, a Vietnam War veteran was staying in the hotel when something happened to trigger his PTSD. Shortly after he experienced this flashback, the Vietnam veteran shot dead 4 of the hotel's other guests. Now, my team is a skeptic bunch, so we look at things scientifically first. Was that a noise caused by old pipes, creaking timber, mice, rats in the cellar, or was it a spirit? I didn't want video of our group asking one another, "Did you hear that?" or "Did you see that?" So what I did is I just took some photos here and some video, and I want to let it speak for itself. Now, this photo was taken in one of the front windows. We basically just took random photos in the dark and with a light to see if we could catch anything on pictures. It wasn't until much later I discovered this image. I want to know what your thoughts are. There were plenty of things captured on EVP, which some people don't believe in, some people swear by, and some people say it's just a trick of the mind. I want you to experience the old Walking Horse Hotel for yourself. If anything, go for a tour for the history and the experience. You definitely are going to need flashlights because there are no lights in this building. It gets dark. This is how dark it is in some of the places. And here you can see how the rooms are slowly being renovated for the new hotel. If you book a tour, and the information will be at the end of this video, you are really going to enjoy it. Again, you're going to love the history. You're going to love a paranormal tour. You can stay as long as you like, take your flashlights, take your EVP, take any machinery that you feel would help you in your investigation. It is on 101 Spring Street in Wartrace, Tennessee. It's only about an hour's drive from Nashville. But please, please be respectful. Be respectful of the property, of the people who are running this property, of the investigation itself. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you do contact the Walking Horse Hotel, please let them know that you saw it on this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you subscribe, and please give us a like. We're new here. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Best True Crime. I'm Judith A. Yates, and I hope you subscribe. Be sure to visit truecrimebook.net and be safe out there.